Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another double movie review, aka after I saw. Yeah, I know I'm in my work uniform. I'm about to head out to work, and I've been very busy this week. Friday night, after I saw both of these movies, I had to work because someone couldn't make it to the shift. So that's why am putting out these reviews super late. But yeah, I'm finally gonna talk about it. I have to leave in an hour, so I'm just gonna review these movies, then I can edit this video, then I can give it to you guys, which you are watching it right now. But anyways, first movie I'm gonna review is Respect. This is the story of Aretha Franklin, played by Jennifer Hudson, who goes from singing as a child to growing up, and when she finally becomes the singer that she's always wanted to be, her songs don't end up being hits. So, when stuff goes on in her life, she writes a song that speaks for everybody, and then she finally manages to become the hit singer that she was for many, many years. And I enjoyed this movie for what it was. I don't think it's the best biopic in recent memory. I can say for a story of Aretha Franklin, I think it works pretty well, okay? Easily Jennifer Hudson as Aretha Franklin is the reason to go see this movie, okay? She is fantastic and she gives it her all. Her singing in this movie, the cover songs from her are absolutely phenomenal, okay? She's easily the best part of the movie and it focuses on her and it should focus on her since it is about her pretty much, okay? But when it comes to the story, I mean, I get this is based off her life pretty much. There are some times where she's in an argument with her husband and he's very abusive towards her, and then a while later they make up, but then they start fighting again, then they make up. I know this is based off like a true event and stuff, but really though, I think the story could have been handled a little bit better. If it is stuff that happened in real life, then I guess for film it could have worked a little bit better. And I do feel like the film is a bit too long. It's almost 2.5 hours long, and I feel like it doesn't. They could have shaved off like 20 minutes at least. But for what it was, the story of Aretha Franklin, it's good enough. But Jennifer Hudson, as Aretha Franklin, she's easily the best part of the movie, and it focuses on her throughout the whole thing. Since this is her story, and for a story of Aretha Franklin, I could say it's solid enough, and I recommend giving it a watch. All right, now for the main movie I want to talk about, Don't Breathe 2. This is the sequel to the surprise hit of 2016, the surprise horror thriller, a hit of 2016, Don't Breathe, which is a horror film that I absolutely loved, okay? This was my favorite movie, or my favorite horror movie of 2016 until a few years later when I finally got a chance to watch Train to Busan. But nevertheless, Don't Breathe is still an incredible movie, okay? And I didn't really feel like it needed a sequel. So when I heard there was going to be a sequel, I was a bit nervous, okay? In this film, the blind man is back, who's more of a father figure now. He raises this girl that he found, and when a few guys are hunting down or robbing his house again, one of them finds the girl, and who's actually his true father. He takes the girl, and of course, the blind man has to get her back, pretty much. And really, this is just made. It's another sequel to cash in on the success of the first film. I I can respect that it's by a first-time director, but I don't really feel like he captured the spirit of the original film. Like he didn't capture like the gripping, like the thrilling, stuff that goes on throughout the film. It's not very suspenseful. Like there isn't a time where I felt like something like I mean, the villains in this movie I thought were pretty lame, okay? I preferred, Stephen Lang's more of the hero in this than he was in the first movie. I mean, in the first movie, no one really was the hero because it's basically some guys robbing this blind man's house, and the blind man is like trying to get them out of his house. But in this film, he's more like a hero in this one, sort of, even though he's been telling the girl a bunch of lies, but the girl's okay with it. I know I've been going into spoiler territory, but really, the story didn't really fully work here. I mean, I can respect that they went for something a little bit different, but I didn't really feel like it worked here. I thought the direction was a little bit sloppy, but some of the things that I will say about this movie is Stephen Lang is still great as the blind man, who is still called the blind man and not somebody else, since he's more of the main character in this one. But he's still great in this movie, even though it does focus a lot on these new villains, which I didn't really like as much as the blind man. But yeah. Also, it's a lot more brutal and bloodier than the first movie. I mean, just because it's more brutal and bloody doesn't easily mean that it's going to be a lot better. In fact, I don't know how to put it. I mean, I guess that's where the entertainment comes in. I mean, it does have some pretty cool kills and stuff, but other than that, the story was pretty weak here, and honestly, I thought the ending kind of reminded me of the ending of Logan, just not as emotional, and that might be a spoiler, and you know where I'm going here when I mention the ending of Logan. But yeah, I mean, it's not the worst sequel I've seen. I mean, there's definitely been far worse horror sequels out there. I mean, there are some people that I think will, enjoy the movie for its bloody entertainment. But in the end, Don't Breathe 2 could have been a lot better, but it's a sequel that really didn't need to be made. I mean, the first movie was straightforward and didn't really go for that, didn't really need to go for that, new franchise thing. I mean, the ending did seem like it was going to go for like a different route, but the first film was a straightforward horror thriller that never needed to be a franchise. I mean, it's cool that they decided to make a sequel, but it didn't fully work here. But hey, there are a couple things I did like about it, but for the most part, it's pretty much a mixed bag for me. I mean, but it's a horror sequel that I don't think I'll ever watch again. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I didn't go fully in depth in both of these movies, but I know I had like a short review for Respect. There was more stuff I wanted to talk about for this. I mean, Don't Breathe too, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really looking forward to Reminiscence that's coming out. Although I'm gonna be with my dad this weekend, this upcoming weekend. So I'm not sure when I'm gonna have a review for that out. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll get an idea. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.